Well, awesome. Thanks so much, Shawn Cheng, for being on the show. I appreciate it very much, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Wow. Well, it was a wonderful conversation and hanging out with Shawn Cheng from ConsenSys Labs. It was great to hear his story from moving from startups to VaynerMedia, working with a worldwide sensation, Gary Vaynerchuk, and then moving into bleeding edge technology and cryptocurrency, working with ConsenSys. You know, one of the things that I really loved about this particular interview is I'm coming from the crypto world. I know a lot about it. And so to be able to have someone who is that deep, really deep, working, living, breathing the decentralized world, the cryptographic world, deploying capital into decentralized protocols, decentralized projects, it makes my heart glad. It really does. Because this is a risky world. And I'm not going to spend a ridiculous amount of time on this retrospective talking about it, but this is something close to my heart. Cryptocurrency in so many ways has pushed the envelope. It's moved the needle. It's what it has done. And if I want to look at a big meta play here, what has Bitcoin done since Satoshi Nakamoto wrote that white paper in 2008, 2009? He made technologists, he made people think differently about the world. He brought opportunities to do finance different, to do identity differently, to do data differently, to do transactions differently, to do peer-to-peer transactions differently. He changed the world. And so it's so great, even though it's such a highly risky environment to invest in. It is great that we have people like Shawn Cheng with ConsenSys who are doing the hard work, doing the hard labor, deploying that capital into companies of the future. Do they have the same amount of chances of surviving as any other startup? Probably less so, because the technology in cryptocurrency is changing so fast. It's changing so rapidly. I really appreciated this conversation with Shawn Cheng, and I really enjoyed his experiences from VaynerMedia and a little bit of the insights to how Gary operates. He obviously learned a lot, and he's met a lot of people, and a lot of people that he was giving shout outs to. That just shows his humility. It shows how much he understands the value of network and his appreciation and gratitude for other people helping him get to where he is today. One of the things that I found that I wish we had spent a little bit more talking about is his experience with Joe Lubin, over ConsenSys. Now, moving from Gary Vaynerchuk, if you know anything about Gary, he's obviously big personality. Joe Lubin, not so much. He could be categorized as more of the intellectual type. And so it'd be interesting to see, and I should have, if we had more time, I'd love to ask questions around what he's learning from Joe and moving from one leadership style to the next. I really also enjoyed the conversation around financing and moving to decentralized financing, away from traditional ways of funding. I think, well, I'm not going to say it this way. I know for 100% that financing and the world of financing, venture capital, funding and investing is changing. Now, do I know where it's going to land? Do I know where we're going to end up in the world of decentralized fundraising or venture capital as it stands today? No, I don't. But being part of it, I'm really excited about how that it's going to change, period. It's going to change, and there's going to be even more opportunities for individuals all over the world to participate in the investing and funding of world-changing applications. No longer are we only relegated to old boy networks and clubbed up deals. Cryptocurrency and decentralization can give us real power as investors, not only over our own money, but over the opportunity to invest in those future tech ideas. I do love his last answer to Daenerys Targaryen. Things change. Technology changes too. So I guess sometimes when you tweet something out like Daenerys Targaryen is your spirit animal, maybe you need to wait until the show ends. Maybe you need to wait until it all comes crashing down. I hope we have an opportunity to speak to the 3Box team in the future, and I'll be pinging Shawn for that contact. It'd be great to see what they're doing with decentralized identity. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Shawn Cheng from ConsenSys Labs just as much as I did. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Twitter, our TikTok, our Instagram. Oh, a lot of these things are posted. And also subscribe to our newsletter. We're gearing up and creating the machine as we speak. So I'm excited to be able to deploy our newsletter, hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so. And I'm thinking it might be a daily thing. Again, if you want more information on Shawn Cheng or this blog or ConsenSys and everything that's going on, make sure that you find your way over to vchunting.com/Shawn Cheng. Thanks, guys. This was a pleasure. I'm glad that we were able to have this conversation, and I'll see you next time.